right, welcome back everybody to another edition of Dollar Bin Digging Finds. This is the video that I do where I show off the stuff that I'm actually spending my money on. So this week I do have a bunch of dollar books and I do have some cheap books because I've expanded this to be more than just dollar bin pickups because, there's more than just dollar bins out there. So I'm basically covering anything that's like $5 and under as far as my purchasing habits go. So hopefully you enjoy that and you're enjoying the other stuff on the channel. If you are, let me know in the comments. Please like, subscribe, hit the alert button so you don't miss anything. Keep telling friends so we can keep growing the channel and keep doing giveaways. And if you want to see what I bought this past week, just hang on for a few seconds after the intro and I'll be right back with the books. Okay, so as promised, I'm going to start off with the dollar bin pickups that I had this week. I actually went to a CHUD show this past Sunday down in my area. If you don't know what a CHUD show is, I don't know if it's everywhere, but it's basically comics here under $1. So that's what the acronym stands for. So everything in the place, it was all dollar books. It was an entire show based on dollar books. And I did what I could. I didn't have all day to go digging. I got there a little bit late, but I still spent, like an hour or two just digging through boxes and, came away with some interesting stuff, I think. That being said, here are the dollar books that I got. We're going to start off with a little bit of the reprints that I like to pick up. So some of these aren't worth all that much, but I still grab them anyway just because I like to have them. And the first being this reprint of Justice League of America 28, Brave and the Bold. Brave and the Bold 28, First Justice League, Starro. I don't know, for $1. I just put it in the pile. I just put it in the pile and brought it home. Same thing on the reprint front. Marvel Milestone editions. I like grabbing these too for $1 when I see them. So, yeah, this is first Banshee in X-Men. So, I don't know, for $1, I'm grabbing it because these Milestone editions can do all right in the aftermarket, especially if it's like larger keys than this. I know a lot of people aren't hunting Banshee, but, still, I think it's pretty cool. So, for $1, why not? I also like grabbing stuff from the 80s. So 80s properties, toys, games, that type of deal. So I don't know. Anytime I see Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, I just add them to the pile. I don't even know what part of the run I still have, and what part I don't, especially if it's not all destroyed and chewed up. Like, it's a decent copy. So for $1, I'm just going to grab it and I'll figure it out pretty soon. Like, once I have time to reconcile all my books, I'll see what books I have and which ones I don't, and figure it out from there over, what other Dungeons and Dragons books I need to complete that run, because I like collecting runs. And there's no better place to fill runs than in dollar bins, because you're not spending a lot. So if that's what you like doing and you like hunting, it's a nice little hobby to have. So that's where I go and do my digging and what I like looking for in those dollar boxes. I mean, apart from things that are worth money, like, and you'd be like, oh, well, this could be a good return if I decide to sell it, or a nice pickup for me for my collection for cheap. Moving on, G.I. Joe. I don't know. I pay attention a lot now to the G.I. Joe books I see in dollar bins because they're getting more and more expensive. So this 59's got a pretty cool Raptor cover. I'm not sure if it's Raptor's first or not, but basically a Hawkman guy right there, bird person. I still grabbed it because it's a nice little copy, and for $1, it's gonna go add it to my G.I. Joe run. I'm not sure if I have it. I'm probably sure I do have it, but again, for $1, why not? I just throw it in the box, throw it in the pile. Just like I saw these Dawn Marino books there. I wasn't a big collector of the IDW run of G.I. Joe, but I saw these 246, with her there on the cover. I think this is the first part of the Dawn of the Arashikage. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I always mispronounce things, but so 246 and 247. These are both the A covers that they had. And again, like I said, for $1, I was picking them up. All right. Rack got full. Going to reload and move on to Thunderbolts. Now, I've talked about this a couple of weeks ago that I like this run. This is some great Tedesco covers. So the Tedesco cover run, I found them, and for $1, I was grabbing them. Again, I know I might have duplicated purchases. Even in this pile, I didn't realize I grabbed one twice. But issue 3, 4, I just like them. I like these Tedescos. So, you know what? For $1, I was just making a pile and bringing them home. I know I bought this the last time, and I think I paid like cover price for it. So to find another one for $1, I figured, why not? And then I apparently grabbed That was number 7. I grabbed 2 of number 8. I didn't realize I put 2 in my pile, but sometimes when you're digging through boxes and the boxes, the dollar boxes, aren't always in order. So I found Thunderbolts Run, and then I found more Thunderbolts in another box, like around the corner of the same, same seller of the same boxes. And I didn't know I already had it in my pile, so just put a second one in there. Yeah, it happens. Sometimes you double buy unintentionally. 10. And the last one I grabbed there was 12. I was hoping they had the later run ones because, like I said, I know I have a few of these from the early part already, but for $1, what's the harm? I can give them away if need be at that price. So the Thunderbolts fill up the rack. Going to pull them down and wrap up my dollar bin pickups with the next few. Oh, no, still got a few here. Final issues. I know I always talk about final issues, and sometimes, you just grab them. So X-Men Legacy, $2.75, the final issue. Pretty cool. Mark Brooks cover. Rogue, I like the team. I think this does all right. I think this is like a, I don't know, $12, $15 type book, but still for $1, I mean, you might as well grab it. It's in decent shape. No bag and board. I'll have to bag and board it eventually. Old spec. You guys remember Weapon H? Everybody hunting Weapon H? So, Totally Awesome Hulk 19 was starting that Weapon H storyline, and this used to be a pricey book, so for $1, I don't think it's worth much of anything anymore, but still, for $1, for nostalgia's sake, I just figured I would just put it in the pile and, keep moving. I think I only spent like 25, 30 bucks or whatever at the entire show, picking up like 25, 30 books, so didn't want to overbuy, but also didn't want to, not bring anything home, so sometimes you just throw stuff in the pile just for giggles. I know I grabbed a couple of these a few weeks back, maybe even a couple of months back. Supreme, the Eric Larson bit. He did like 3 issues of the run, and this issue 65 I saw. And I know these could sometimes do all right, so I figured I would grab it. Not sure if I have this one already or not, but like I said, I know he did like 3 issues in that run of Supreme at least, and they're worth picking up if you find them. So saw that one, put it in the pile, kept on moving. I just like this cover, Immortal Iron Fist. This, the Pirate Queen. I just dig it. It's not her first appearance, but I like the cover anyway. So for $1, I was bringing this back. This issue 7 of Immortal Iron Fist. I think her first is in issue 2, if I'm not mistaken. It's got a pretty cool second print cover as well. Speaking of covers, I just dig this one, so when I see it in a box, I usually grab it. This is Ghost Rider Trail of Tears #1. It's a just pretty awesome Clayton Crane just skull cover with the flame, and I don't know, I dig it. So like I said, anytime I see it for $1, I pick it up. And that's the type of book that sometimes can sell for like $15, other times sells for like $4. It's just random. Like it's not like a sought after book. It's basically cover. There's no key moments that I'm aware of inside the issue itself. So it's just one of those things. If you like the cover, just grab it. High hopes that we get something like this. I'm a big Brubaker Phillips fan. I know I've talked about that duo before. So Incognito #1. I like Sleeper as well, but I don't know, sometimes when I see the first issues of these runs, I just grab them. I would grab the whole run if it was all there, but since it wasn't, I was happy just to grab the #1. Incognito is a fun story, something I could see done like on an HBO Max type of deal, because I think this would be considered DC because it's a Wildstorm, I think, title. And yeah, who knows? Who knows? I just like it. It's also just a fantastic read and definitely worth $1. So like I said, Sleeper, Incognito, I like them both. I usually find the whole series when you find one, but I only found the one, and this is a GLA Misassembled. So the Grand Lakes Avengers. I think a lot of people sell this as the second appearance of Squirrel Girl because she does join this team. But yeah, it is what it is. For $1, it's not too bad. Again, it's another one of those like $10 to $15 type of books that you just find in a $1 box and you just go, well, might as well. This next one used to sell pretty well back when there was a lot of rumors about Black Hammer being adapted, because I believe it's the first appearance of Sherlock Frankenstein in this issue #8. I think I found one before and sold it for like 20 or 25 bucks. These days, it's not worth nearly that much, but just something to keep an eye out for, because if they ever do move ahead with this adaptation, Sherlock Frankenstein is a character that they probably will throw in, and it's worth grabbing that first. And maybe I'll throw something like this in a Forgotten First show one of these days. Just kind of do those Forgotten First indies or something like that. I don't know. Coming up with ideas as we go. But if you find an issue 8 of Black Hammer, pick it up for $1. Or just pick them all up. Because, again, worth the reads. If you like comics, a lot of this stuff is worth actually reading. You don't just buy it just, for investment's sake. Or even just collecting. Some of it, is worth actually opening up and reading. Again, I don't know why. It's like almost a nervous tick at this point, but and there were multiple copies of this, but I just put one. I just grabbed one and just said, you know what? It's a nice clean copy of 316. Yeah, I know. I've talked about it before. I'm not going to go to the first appearances again, like with M and Blink and whatnot, but there it is. And then the final one that I picked up, it's got a couple of spine ticks, but for $1, I couldn't leave it in there. This is a 283. So Bishop, I know you could say first full, because even though he's on the cover of 282, Uncanny 282, and on the last page splash, it is just the last page splash. So if you want full-on story, well, 283. But I still think it's just a good book to grab to go with the 282. So sometimes I get these separately, and you can piece them together and complete a little pair to sell if you want to sell the extras. So those were my dollar pickups, which is going to take us on to our next little segment, which are just cheap comics. So these are books that I just picked up for cheap. All right, where are we going to start? We are going to start with Nomad, Girl Without a World, $2. This was hot for a little while because everybody was speculating when they were going to get Ricky Barnes showing up somewhere. So there was like that Captain America 1 that was selling pretty well. This was doing all right. Now the price has definitely come down on it, but I still like it. I still like it as a book, and we'll still pick it up because, hey, who knows where Marvel might go in the future. Sebastian Stan's not going to be Bucky forever. They're going to do something eventually and shift. And then there was also issue 2. It's a 4-issue series. This is also $2. So I grabbed 1 and 2 because that was what was there. Yeah, for $2. Not too bad, right? Next up, I grabbed this same. It's second print. I don't know. I've been grabbing second prints with different covers a lot lately, and there were 2, and these were $2.25 each. This is Shadowland Bullseye. It's a one-shot. Kind of like the little funeral aspect going there. So I just picked up both. It's not worth like a ton or anything like that. I think there are some asking prices like the $10 to $20. But who knows if things will actually sell for that. But I just grabbed it because, I don't know. I liked it. Caught my eye. It was different. And for $2.25, it's not a big investment. So I figured, why not, right? And then finally, I saw this up on the wall and was like, well, I know they're coming, so for $5, I grabbed Sandman 25 First Dead Boy Detectives because First Dead Boy Detectives. I grabbed this before, again, a couple of months ago, so I know I got another copy around here somewhere. This one's got some spine ticks on it, so it's not a perfect copy in any way, but I always like looking at old Sandman books as it is, and with Dead Boy Detectives being adapted, and I think it might be coming to Netflix maybe or something like that. I don't know where it's going, but maybe it's HBO Max. But I do know that there was talk of them making a Dead Boy Detective series, so keep an eye on it first. So again, maybe another first to cover in Forgotten First. Look, I'm coming up with a whole nother show, maybe later this week or maybe next week. I don't know. As we roll on, but that's it for my cheap books. It looks like, and I'm just gonna wrap up with a couple of more $5 variants. From one of my favorite shops, got the boxes, got some variants, only $5, and I like going through it because occasionally there's new books that pop up in there, or occasionally books that have been in there and I've passed over a couple of times. I realize, you know what, I should have bought that the last couple of times I looked at it, and now's the time. One of those that I know I passed over and saw it and thought about it, and then it's like, maybe not, is an Iron Man by Design Nova issue 36 for $5. And this one does all right. I think there's a couple copies up that are listed pretty well. I don't know, like 30 or something like that. So $5, why not? Plus, I added to my Iron Man by Design pile that I'm slowly building out just by happenstance. Again, I'm not going to get them all at this place, but they do have a couple of more that I just keep passing on because I'm like, well, do I really want to commit to going for the run or not? And it just gives me something to buy, like for the next time, because I don't know, something to look forward to. Maybe it's there, maybe it's not. I'm not going to be heartbroken if somebody else goes and buys the other ones, Up next, I like picking up weird variants too. One when I'm digging in boxes like that for $5, it's either cover price or $1 over cover. And if I know that there are like 1 in 25 incentives for just oddball titles, I'll just sometimes grab them, because even if they're not worth anything now, who knows what can happen down the line. I mean, it's paid off with me doing that for things like Ms. Marvel and Moon Girl, and just grab those off titles where for a while, Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, nobody wants them, but if things get hot, those things will be hard to come by because print runs were pretty low. All that talking to cover Occupy Avengers #1. Plus, I just kind of dig this. I don't know. Different little look. This little map cover. Pretty cool, right? So for $5, why not grab an Occupy Avengers 1 in 25, #1. And there was also a #2. How many people got 1 in 25s of this book, right? So it's going to be hard to find. Whether it ends up being anything, it's just like the Tedesco Red Wolf 1 in 25 I bought. I just was super cheap. I just who's buying Red Wolf? And I just like the cover. And eventually things can go up in price. Yeah, who knows? And then my final one is, I know I've seen this in that box before. I don't know why I didn't buy it like the last time that I remember seeing it. And I really do want the Joe Mad version of these like two together. But this is Mr. and Mrs. X #1, 1 in 25 of by Humberto Ramos. And I dig it. And apparently this thing sells pretty well. This is like $40, $50 book these days. So for $5, I did all right. Not that I'm going to sell it because I wanted it just for myself. I do like Gambit. I do like Rogue. And I don't know. I like this cover. Again, I don't know why I didn't buy it the last time. Because sometimes when my pile gets a little too big and I know I'm spending a lot of money, I'll go, well, maybe I'll get that next time. And here, it's next time. So I got it now. That being said, that's what I got this week for my pickups. I know it's not a whole lot, but it's only been a week. I'm trying to go slowly eke my way back into the market, maybe spend a couple of dollars on some comics. But honestly, I got to get stuff ready to sell, and I got to go do like a whatnot sale or something to kind of clear some of this space or stock. I mean, probably need to do like a show. But that all being said, hopefully you enjoyed this and you're enjoying the content here on Rennavision. If you are, let me know in the comments. Again, the like, subscribe, tell your friends, all that fun stuff. Always having fun doing this. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it as well. Thanks for stopping by and checking in and checking out what I'm wasting all my money on. And if you guys do pickups and do pickup posts like on IG and stuff like that, tag me. I love seeing other people's pickups as well. So just tag me in it and I'll check it out because I like it. That being said, I will see you guys next time.